Let's speak honestly today. No noise, no big grammar, just the plain truth about this ongoing issue between Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi over the 2027 presidential primaries. Many Nigerians are asking the same question: what is really happening between them? Atiku says one thing in his BBC Hausa interview, then his media aide says another. Obi's team responds. Shehu Sani gives his own opinion about party delegates. The internet reacts. But behind all the noise, one truth remains. This is not about serving the people. It is about political survival. Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president and longtime politician, announced that he is ready to contest the African Democratic Congress (ADC) presidential primaries. He also said that if a younger aspirant defeats him, he will support that person. On the surface, this sounds humble, but soon after, his media advisor clarified that Atiku never said he would step down for anyone. That is where the confusion began. This kind of back and forth frustrates ordinary citizens. Politicians often say things that sound good, then quickly change their words to keep control. One moment, they talk about giving power to the youth. The next moment, they refuse to let go of that same power. Obi's allies called Atiku's position mind games, and it is easy to see why. Nigerians have seen this pattern many times. Every election season, politicians talk about unity, youth inclusion, and integrity. But behind closed doors, the focus is always on who can buy more delegates. Dr. Tanko, Obi's former campaign spokesman, said clearly that Obi would never take part in any dollarized primary. That single word, dollarized, exposes the real problem in Nigerian politics. In many party primaries today, ideas and vision no longer matter. What matters is money. Delegates wait for candidates who can pay them in dollars. Candidates compete to see who can spend more. It has become a business, not leadership. And when someone buys a nomination, they enter office already thinking of how to recover the money. That is how corruption continues without end. Tanko's statement about Obi rejecting this type of politics is important. Whether you support Obi or not, his position matters. Nigeria needs leaders who can contest elections without turning the process into a marketplace. Because once money becomes the entry ticket, integrity disappears. In that same BBC Hausa interview, Atiku said it is too early to make a final decision about 2027. He said his current focus is to build the ADC into a strong party. That sounds reasonable, but Nigerians have heard similar promises many times before. Every 4 years, we hear new pledges, new slogans, and new parties, but often the same faces. The ADC is still a small party, so people are asking whether Atiku truly wants reform, or if this is simply another way for him to stay relevant. That is a fair question. Former Senator Shehu Sani also shared his opinion. He said it would be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for anyone to defeat Atiku in a primary election. Sadly, that statement feels true. In Nigeria, party delegates often act like members of a private club. You don't win them with ideas, you win them with money. Primaries have become a contest of wealth, not popularity. Delegates are part of the same system. Many of them see primary elections as a chance to make money. That is why when someone like Obi refuses to play that game, it shakes the system. Too many people benefit from this chain of corruption. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Atiku has been running for president since 1993, over 30 years of ambition. No one can deny that he has experience. But after all these years, what has changed for the people he wants to lead again? Are there new ideas, or are we still hearing the same old promises? Obi represents a different kind of politics, more disciplined, modern, and focused on clean leadership. But he faces a system that rewards those who spend the most money. His biggest challenge is not only winning votes, but changing the way politics works. Atiku represents the old political system, where influence and money rule. Obi represents a newer way of thinking, where ideas and integrity matter. But the question remains, can clean politics survive in a dirty system? Even if Obi refuses to buy delegates, can he win against opponents who do? That is the painful truth. You cannot play fair in a system that is already unfair. That is why Shehu Sani said defeating Atiku in any primary is almost impossible because the process itself is compromised. Atiku's statement about supporting a younger candidate if he loses sounds nice. But what does legitimate defeat mean in a system driven by money? Until delegates become independent and honest, that word legitimate means very little. Nigerians must wake up. We can't keep watching this same cycle repeat every 4 years. We need true internal democracy in our political parties, not secret deals made in hotel rooms. Atiku knows the system very well, but that also means he helped build it. When he talks about reform, people have the right to question his sincerity. Real change cannot come from the same system that created the problem. Obi has strong youth support, but popularity alone is not enough. Without a strong political structure, winning an election in Nigeria is difficult. If he wants to change the system, he must turn public support into real political strength and build solid grassroots networks. The talk about Atiku and Obi is not only about who will win in 2027, it is about the kind of politics Nigeria wants. Politics of conscience or politics of money. Politics of service or politics of survival. Many citizens are tired. They have seen too many broken promises. When they hear Atiku wants to run again, they feel exhausted. When they hear Obi talk about clean politics, they doubt if it can truly work. This shows how much trust has been lost. This loss of trust did not start today. It has grown over many years of failed promises. Leaders promised light, but left darkness. Promised jobs, but gave excuses. Promised unity, but caused division. Now, even honest leaders find it hard to be believed. That is why the 2027 election is more than just another contest. It's a test of faith for Nigerians. Can citizens believe again? Can they demand accountability through actions, not just words? When Atiku's aide said his boss never promised to step down, people laughed. It felt familiar. Say one thing today, deny it tomorrow, blame the media and move on. This is the same old political routine that makes citizens lose interest. Nigeria does not lack intelligent politicians. What it lacks is honest ones. Many leaders can speak well on television, but fail to keep simple promises. Until that changes, the country will continue to face the same problems. When Obi's team talks about rejecting dollar-based primaries, they are trying to protect Nigeria's political future. If we fix how leaders are chosen, we can fix how they govern. But changing political culture takes time. It needs courage, persistence, and citizens who refuse to sell their votes or conscience. Atiku has every right to contest again. That's democracy. But he must prove that his ambition is about service, not power. Nigerians are tired of endless promises. They want to see evidence of growth and learning. Obi must keep building strong political structures, not just popular movements. Excitement fades, but systems remain. Nigeria needs a new kind of politics, not just a new face. As 2027 draws near, we must remember that party primaries determine the quality of leaders we get. If the process is corrupt, the outcome cannot be clean. The issue between Atiku and Obi is not just rivalry. It represents two paths for Nigeria, one tied to the past and one looking for a better future. The final decision belongs to the people. We must choose the kind of politics we want to support. We should not be carried away by smooth speeches or familiar faces. We should demand clean primaries, transparent funding, and honest leadership. Nigeria will only change when the people stop accepting bad behavior as normal. This is Anya Reacts, where we bring you latest guests and we react to all Nigerian public political updates and entertainment. So if you have not subscribed, do it now and turn on the bell icon to enable you get notifications anytime we drop latest guests. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video updates.